Drake dropped his long-awaited follow-up to 2018's Scorpion last month during a big month for hip-hop releases. Certified Lover Boy is a 21-track, 90-minute behemoth showcasing somewhat of a more mature side to the Toronto rapper. Today, we'll be diving into questions like, will Drake be dropping a follow-up to CLB, and much more, so don't go anywhere. First up, how was Certified Lover Boy received? Drizzy's sixth album sounds good, but often feels labored. Melancholic and often incisive, it becomes an overlong and familiar journey throughout the life, mind, and heart of Drake. For much of the last year, Drake has sported a slightly odd but fun heart shape in his hairline, obviously inspired by the album's title. The album, however, lacks any of the fun Drake might have intended with the hairstyle and the album cover. That is, apart from track 7, The Future and Young Thug feature Way Too Sexy. It's a sort of track that's so bad that it's actually good and you can't stop yourself from singing along to it. So, how did other rappers react to the Toronto Raptors' sixth joint? A bunch of Drizzy's hip-hop contemporaries were interested in hearing what he had to say with his latest offering, as Freddie Gibbs, Lil Durk, Timbaland, Lupe Fiasco, and lots more offered up opinions on the boy's sixth studio effort. It seems like the hip-hop world was impressed with the Canadian's latest effort. However, the slightly labored environment of Certified Lover Boy is a mild surprise following the album's Billboard-heavy rollout, with plenty of big names featuring. While pantomime rival Kanye West took a month and a half to release his 10th studio effort, Donda, darkening the project a bit more with each preview and with elaborate listening parties, Drake announced and released his album within the span of a week and played coy, sharing no singles and letting Tidal's chief content officer serve as a hype man, a role that included confirming the album artwork. World-famous artist Damien Hirst's immaculate concept of 12 pregnant women emojis placed on a stark white background. The cover suggests an irony that is quite simply missing throughout the album, though. At various points on Certified Lover Boy, it feels like Drake is trapped in the empire he's built and the narrator character he's created. Indulgence and pettiness, common Drake themes, are persistent throughout the album, and it frequently sounds like he's tired of both. In the Bible, he's with a group of women who are taking shots at the T.I. nightclub in Las Vegas and murmurs, "You don't know love, you don't know me like my child." Later on, Pipe Down, he sings, "How much I gotta spend for you to pipe down." He's not looking for a simpler life or even his own past, the way it might have been said if he was on 2013's Nothing Was the Same or 2016's Views, but just something to enjoy, something to appreciate, a greater reason for being than another trip on private jets with limitless tequila. Seriously, he sounds lost when he repeats, "A lot of 42 on the flights, I'm talking," on the Jay-Z collaboration Love All. No stranger to holding records, however. The album broke the highest number of streams in a single day from both Spotify and Apple Music, according to the streaming platforms. On Apple Music, Drizzy broke his own record of biggest album rollout, with CLB taking 2018 joint Scorpion's place. What were your thoughts on CLB? So, is Drake dropping a CLB follow-up? We're diving into it right now. After that, we'll discuss what's happening elsewhere in the hip-hop world with a bit of news from Jay-Z, Lil Nas X, so get comfy. So what's up with the follow-up? Stay where you are, as we'll be discussing this next. According to DJ Akademiks, Drake is dropping a CLB follow-up. Akademiks prides himself on knowing all the dirt when it comes to rap and R&B. He's basically made an entire career out of gossiping, so when the former Everyday Struggle co-host jumps on Twitch, he usually has some bit of information that becomes internet fodder. More recently, Akademiks predicted Champagne Pappy will be releasing another album as a follow-up to Certified Lover Boy, or at least a single. Pretty exciting stuff if it's true. What do you think about a new Drake joint potentially dropping so soon after CLB? Next up, we discuss what's happening elsewhere in the hip-hop world with a bit of news from Lil Nas X. During a recent interview, Lil Nas X spoke on his stance on hip-hop and how he feels the culture isn't respecting him or his art. According to him, however, he's part of the culture whether people like it or not. A lot of people within the culture don't accept his coming out, but he also has a lot of fans, which is ultimately good for the industry to have more diversity. Lil Nas X revealed he doesn't feel as respected in hip-hop or many music places in general, but these are communities that I'm part of whether people like it or not. This is something that I wanted to do because not that my entire album is rap, but there are rap tracks on my album. I am a rapper, I'm a pop star, I'm a gay artist, but it's like I belong in these places, you know? Fair enough. What's your favorite Lil Nas X track? Now we take a look at some Jay-Z and Netflix news. Jay-Z was in the UK on Wednesday, October 6th to attend the BFI London Film Festival at the South Bank Centre's Royal Festival Hall. His appearance at the event was in support of The Harder They Fall, the upcoming Netflix movie he produced, which he believes is an important vehicle for black representation in Western films, and we couldn't agree more. Just to see us represented, you know, with a lot of films we don't see ourselves in Westerns as if we didn't exist, he remarked. It's almost odd. People think that it's like a caricature, that they're playing roles, but they're not playing roles. We saw black representation in the Jamie Foxx / Quentin Tarantino smash hit Django Unchained 2012 and loved it, so we can't wait for this. The Blueprint rapper added, "These days names like Stagecoach Mary, all the actors in this, they really existed in this time. So just to see us represented and see that we have voices. There's so many towns that people didn't know about, so to bring interesting stories to the big screen and also educate, anytime you can do that is just a blessing. Will you be watching when The Harder They Fall drops, November 3rd? Now we take a look at Black Thought's new gig. From Broad Street to off-Broadway, the Philadelphia MC is set to star in his first ever musical early next year, according to a piece seen in the New York Times. In addition to taking the lead role, Black Thought has also composed the music and written the lyrics for the production, which is called Black No More. The musical will run from January 11th to February 27, 2022 at the Pershing Square Signature Center in New York in October 2020, but was delayed due to the pandemic. Black No More is a satirical story centered around a scientific procedure that turns black skin white, created by the character Dr. Junius Crookman, played by Black Thought. Wow, is there anything this guy can't do? Are you a fan of The Roots? Let us know your favorite track down below. And finally, some positive news out of Chi-Town. Common, aka Lonnie Lynn, is one of hip-hop's most outspoken figures. And when it comes to issues like the prison system and young black men, the Chicago rapper isn't one to sit back and watch things unfold. On Tuesday, October 5th, it was reported that Common opened a fully functional recording studio inside Stateville Correctional Center in Crest Hill, Illinois. Attorney Ari Williams initially came up with the idea to give the inmates at Stateville an opportunity to tap into their creativity while serving their respective sentences. This gentlemen who are incarcerated deserve access to better things in life, so that's why I fight for my city, Common said, and that's why my heart is always with Chicago, Ari Williams added. I know music brings us all together. I want them to be okay. I want them to do something they've loved to do. I know many of them are rappers, they love to rap, and they love to sing. America has the highest incarceration rate globally, and it's a well-known fact that a large portion of these prisoners are young black men. So we think this is a fantastic project for the light rapper to be involved in. What do you think about the idea? As always, feel free to leave your own comments and ideas below, and don't forget to tune in next time for more up-to-date news. Catch you on the next one.